Good afternoon, folks, and thank you very much for joining me today. The Oracle's chair remains empty. He's on his way here. We're just waiting for the Oracle to turn up, and as soon as he does, we will proceed. Um, I'll just give you an idea of what's going on. I'm going to look at going out about 5. I'm going to look up. I've got a phone call off a friend of mine this morning. Would I be interested in some disco equipment? It is for free, so we'll be going to. Me and the Mildred are going to look at that at 5. If Steve wants to come with us, he can. If not, he's more than welcome to wait here while we go. We're only going to be 10 minutes, if that. But it's just too good to pass up on because, if anything, spare decks. You know, if it's completely rubbish, it's still spare decks. It'll either be BSR or Garrard, hopefully. Might even be somewhat better, you never know. But we're going there about 5 o'clock. Hey, up, someone's disappeared. Where have you gone? Come back. There was 2 people there a minute ago. Don't go running off. This afternoon's video is going to be on the Andrew Merrifield Gramdeck. As you can see, it's in front of me here. And we've got it connected to... I've got it connected. I don't want to go too much onto it because I want to save some for Steve. There's the Gramdeck. There's its controller up there. And we've got it connected to the Bush VHF 41 radio. And we're going to be using that radio as the amplifier. We may try recording, I'm not sure yet. We may try recording from the Gramdeck, but I don't know what's going to happen about that, whether I'm going to be able to. But we'll certainly give it a try. I know the Gramdeck controller does record, but whether I can get a decent... I've not got any aerials in this radio, and to be perfectly honest, I can't find my length of wire. So, and I can't find my test meter, that's buried somewhere. I normally use the leads from that, I can't find that even. It's on the bench somewhere, but I don't want to disturb anything because I've got it all connected and it's all working. So I don't want to disturb anything. You know, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna listen to a bit of this tape that's actually on here. This is I think it's the Student Prince. Not the best of material. I think the Oracle's here now. I hope his cup of tea hasn't gone too cold. Yeah, this is Steve. He's on his way. So we can get cracking in a minute. I've got his chair ready, his cup of tea. What else can you ask for? Hey, Steve! What's what? Yeah, no, I can't keep everything, Steve. I've got to have a clear out. I can't keep everything. I mean, them BSR tape decks are plentiful anyway. There's plenty of them knocking about, so I'm not. All I've taken off them is the idlers because they fit the record decks.
Yeah.
You know, I can't keep all this junk. I've got to get rid. And I'm going out at 5. You're more than welcome to come with us. If we can fit you in the car, that is.
Where are you going?
I'm going to, you know, my mate Mick.
Yeah.
I'm going to his pub. He got his son bought a camper van, and there was a load of disco equipment in it.
Yeah.
And a couple of video recorders.
No.
Come from an old guy that snuffed it.
Oh,
New
no.
scraps. So is that gate shut? Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Right.
Yeah.
I've already started the live. I started about 5 minutes ago.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, we've got the Gramdeck set up with the bush.
Yeah, okay, fine.
There's your cup of tea. Christine made that for you a few minutes ago.
Oh, thanks.
Should still have some heat in it.
Yeah.
If not, I'll just fart. I'll warm it up.
Yeah, no doubt. Hello, everyone.
Right, and basically what we've got here
Is it Gramdeck?
is the Andrew Merrifield Gramdeck.
Yeah.
And there's the VHF 41, the controller for the Gramdeck. Do you know, I've had this working perfectly. I don't know whether we're going to be able to record.
Yeah.
Because I've got no aerials in this radio, and I couldn't be bothered mithering with it. But we'll try it and see if we get enough volume through out of it. I've got it all connected anyway.
I suppose any microphone would do, wouldn't it?
Yeah, well, it would have got a socket fit that though.
Well.
So that sort of knocks that on the head a little bit.
Yeah.
But Mildred's coming for me at 5.
Okay, fine, yeah.
So, if we can't fit you in, you're more than welcome to wait. It'll only be 10 minutes.
Okay, fine.
Well, it won't be that long, because I'm just going to say either yay or nay, and load up and come back, or not load up and come back.
Yeah.
Anyway, like I say, folks, this is the Andrew Merrifield Gramdeck from the late 50s, early 60s. And this is actually quite a good example of the Gramdeck, because it works.
I'm going in actually just to check up on the various...
Check up on what, the chat?
Yeah.
Don't think there is any yet. Don't think anybody's. I don't think there is any chat. I've not seen any. And I've had it next to. I've got it next to me here anyway, and you can see the top of my brew.
Yeah, Super Rescue. Hello, Super 8 Rescue.
Super 8 Rescue.
He called himself, yeah.
Right. Well, that was what do you call it? Standard. That wasn't it?
Yeah, video.
Cine film standard.
Yeah.
Super 8 and Standard 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. And due to what a lot of people think, the two can't be used on different machines unless you've got one that can do dual standard.
Yeah.
And even then, they don't recommend it. Well, let me put my glasses on. I can look at the chat because I've got the thing right in front of me. So somebody's probably just saying, get on with it.
No, he's saying that Super 8 Rescue is
Cine film is what you do.
Yeah.
Right. Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, it's something which I
You know,
much about, but would like to. We all the areas don't where we'd like to, but we never had time.
Well, to be honest with you, Steve, I never messed with it because I tried it once and the projector ate one of its gears, so I'll just pick the whole lot up and open the bin and threw it in because the lot was too short. It wasn't a popular. It wasn't a popular makeup projector that I had. It was a piece of shit, really. And what happened was a mate of mine had a couple of blueies, and they were on cine film. They were all black and white silent ones, and they were silent. They didn't have a soundtrack down the edge of the film.
Yeah.
I didn't realise there was perverts about then when they were made. But anyway, I shone them onto the wall onto a sheet that I hung on the wall. And halfway through the second one, the projector hit a gear, and it burnt his film in half. Yeah, it burnt before I could get to it. It burnt his film in half because it just stopped dead and burnt straight through the frame it was on.
Yeah. There's a lot of Victorian porn about it as well, by the way.
Yeah, that's what that stuff was. It was really old, really old, flickery old film. But yeah, cine film has its place.
Yeah.
Just that I don't really bother with it. I do like it though.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But yeah. Anyway, should we give them a listen to this Gramdeck?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So what we'll do, this actually seems to play at pretty much the right speed,
Does it?
And yeah, the tape drag doesn't seem to be going either, because there's usually tape drag, but it's not. It's actually slipping, which is what I want it to do.
Yeah.
Rather than pull the tape through at 100 mile an hour.
Yeah.
Right. Well, what we do here, we'll press this little button. There you are.
Yeah.
And we're going. And as you know, the tape feeds in a weird way on these. Are we on gram? We are. Oh, that's...
Wish you well,
Sorry, folks, it's the only tape I've got. Don't blame him. Don't blame me. Blame the Oracle. He dropped it in.
Why they going to get rid of it?
Yeah, I can believe that. Yeah. But what do you think of the sound of that?
It's impressive, isn't it?
That's not bad, is it? I mean,
apart from the heads, of course, it's all the bush radio, isn't it?
well, yeah. It's you got your little controller here. That's obviously doing something.
Yeah.
You know, that's just acting as a brand. All the Bush radio's doing is acting as the amplifier.
Yeah.
And that's all it's doing.
Yeah.
This is doing the work. This controller's doing the work.
Most on record and playback, but yeah.
That's not bad, is it?
No.
I mean, do you know something? Let me just turn it off a minute. Do you know something? Every now and again it'll probably go, whoop. It'll pull a bit through.
Yeah.
What gets me, right? Do you know something? I've heard modern cassette recorders that don't sound as nice as that.
Yeah, I know.
I've heard some old reel-to-reels that don't sound as nice as that. I'm not saying this is the be end and end all.
No.
But
it gives a good account to itself, doesn't it?
of course it does. I think it's actually a brilliant little idea. Considering I think the idea was for radar, wasn't it, originally?
Yeah, it was.
It was designed to be handheld in the cockpit of a plane.
Yeah.
And record radar and then be decoded by a machine later on a tape. But someone called Andrew Merrifield had the idea of turning it into a consumer product. But yeah, that's the Andrew Merrifield tape deck, tape deck adapter.
Yeah.
I mean, what's there not to like? I was reading reviews online,
Yeah.
and some people were saying that they're shite. Wow and flutter machines.
Well, flutter really depends
on your turntable.
Yeah.
I mean, the turntable I'm using here is, yeah, you can hear that trying to pull it through. Listen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what we'll do, we'll put that in neutral. It'll start going dump. There we go. But it depends on the turntable that you were using as to whether how much wow or flutter you got.
Yeah.
And look, there's only 8 people watching. Where's the rest of them? I bet they're watching Radio Cruncher. Well, shaking the phone then, or scratching my belly. Yeah. Have you noticed I've got a clean T-shirt on?
Yeah, I did notice, yeah.
Yes, I've got a clean T-shirt, a clean pair of... Yes, I'm completely changing my image,
Oh.
I am. I am. I'm a reformed character, Honestly. I gave up smoking, swearing, drinking, and I even stopped shagging women.
Well, did women stop shagging you?
No, it was the most boring 5 minutes of my life. Yeah, no, but seriously, there's a fly in it. It keeps buzzing round me. It's annoying. I've lost a bit of weight,
Where from?
My feet mainly. I can get my shoes on now without having to fight. I can just slip into my shoes now, when I can find them. I'm having to wear them Crocs I got off Mildred. Mind you, I'm an old croc anyway, so it don't fucking matter, does it? So it doesn't really matter if somebody likes it.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the end of the day, Steve, getting back to the meat and taters of it. If they made something like this today, out of the same materials to the same standards and the same spec, and
made in England as well.
Yeah, made in England as well, not made in China, and I was to actually spot one in a shop, I would actually buy it. If I couldn't afford a tape recorder, I would buy it. I'd probably buy it anyway because you know me, I'm cheap.
Yeah.
So I'd probably buy it anyway.
Yeah.
And I stop scratching my belly. I keep shaking the phone when I do.
Pull the phone down.
Well, I can't then. I can't. Yeah, well, I could do, but I can't because no one will be able to see the Gramdeck then, because I'll be down here.
Yeah.
You know, I'll be there.
Yeah.
And you can't really see it that well. But yeah, this turntable seems to maintain the speed quite well for it. It's not bad.
Does, yeah, I was impressed, wasn't it? I was impressed.
You know, but I did tell you it sounds nice. You know.
Yeah. I bid on something similar this week, you know, on eBay, and went to sleep at the wrong time, you know.
Yeah, you would. Yeah, you would do. I mean, well, don't say like you do, because I wouldn't. You did.
Yeah, I know. I would. Yeah, I fell asleep when I woke up. It had gotten somebody else.
Yeah, somebody. Yeah, but that thing pops up on eBay every once in a while. It's the same one, I'm sure it is.
No, well,
it pops up every once in a while. I think the guy has his mate bid on it or something. That one that you're on about, because some people think the crap's worth a fortune.
It's not. It's not.
It ain't. No, it's not. You're absolutely right. It's not. But look at my knobs. I'll show you all my knobs. Look at. Shut up, you dirty-minded beast. Yes, you. Yeah. Have you heard the Oracle? Because I'm talking about me knobs. Yeah. Look how nice them knobs are. They're nice, them, aren't they? Yeah, they're nice, them knobs, aren't they? I mean, they're really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. The volume control's playing up on this again. But I knew it would. I'm gonna have to try and do something about it. It's gone all crackly again.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not filling it with deoxit because that's what everybody else does.
Yeah.
And that won't solve it. Because I took the control apart and I cleaned it. And I bent the wipers a little bit so that they have a better contact on the you know, to put a bit more tension in them. And it was all right for a few days, and it's gone a bit crackly again. So I'm going to have a look at that other bush in there, that big one. And I'm going to, because there's no valves, I'm going to see if I can pinch the volume control from that.
Yeah.
And put it in. Failing that, then I'll just have to wait for Goldborn. See if I can find a new old stock control.
Yeah, 7th of November, by the way, if you missed it last time.
Oh yes, yes. For those who missed it last time, Goldborn is the 7th of November. If you want to meet me, feel free to do so.
I'll be at a table.
And Steve will be at his repair table as usual.
Yeah.
Somebody's come down the path. It's next door. Get in, you. It's next door. Well, I'll say next door, actually, above. Because they're not next door, they're above me.
No, the door just.
Yeah, and the only thing I can complain about, really, about my particular Gramdeck is the main bearings have gone in it. They're a bit knackered. I need to see my mate Mick take the bearing out. Yeah.
Despite that, it still says very good, though.
Yes, it does. It does actually work okay. It's not an issue, but it will become an issue. You know, and I actually did well when I bought my Gramdeck because I got the box with it and all. I showed it all last week, didn't I?
Yeah.
You know, and there's my controller, which is a rather nice controller. It's got a little bit of corrosion on the where it says off. Or is it on the play? Oh no, it's on the playback.
Imagine I've got a battery for you.
Oh, nice one.
There you go.
Oh, cheers. I'll stick that in me. What? Hello? Who's me? Oh, hi, Demo. I thought you were visiting. Yeah, basically, Steve, it's got a bit of corrosion just there on where it says playback. And most people call it patina. It ain't, it's corrosion. I polish it off me. I don't do patina.
I do patina, but I can't be arsed, basically. You know?
No, I don't do patina. It has to look good.
Yeah.
You know, it has to look like it did, if it can.
Yeah.
I mean, like this little record player, I don't really care about that.
No.
That doesn't have, you know, that can have all the patina it wants. But, You know, this like this Gramdeck, it's got a nice paint finish. But if it didn't have, I'd have sanded it. I'd have stripped it down and sanded it. I'd have got all the paint off. I'd have covered up the brass bit there, the brass badge in the middle. At the back, I'd have covered that.
Yeah.
And I would have got some Amorite the same colour and redone it because they were done in Amorite. These.
The thing is that the thing is in those is for people, even the cheap stuff, which that isn't, but even the cheap stuff had quality. I mean, even the Polish radios that I work on from time to time, they had quality. I mean, you know. But now,
Well, this is it. You see, this what we'll try and do now. Should we try and record?
yeah, yeah.
Should we try and record? Oh,
Yeah.
let me just turn this on. Turn that radio off for a minute because it'll just screech as I do that because I can't be arsed rewinding it the way they tell you to. I just want the tape off the tables.
Yeah.
So normally I'll just lift the tape off, but as I've only got one empty reel
The right size, yeah.
for the right size, I'm gonna. I think there is another couple of reels somewhere, and I don't want to mangle my tape up either. I've got what do you call it, South Pacific tape somewhere that I got off Jay, which is better than yours because the songs are better.
I think those tapes, just for the record, if you look at them, and look at the box and the label, there's no copyright notice on them.
No. Who's got a copyright opera? I mean, yeah, pass me that.
Yeah, that's it.
You know,
so,
who's got a copyright opera?
Yeah, so the thing is, of course, if you're paying tape recorders and stuff on online, then you can actually
You can use these.
use them, yeah.
Yeah, because there's no there's no copyright warning on them apparently. Yeah, World Record Club Limited, Parkbridge House, Little Green, Richmond, Surrey. Yeah, the Student Prince. It had Mario Lanza in that, didn't it?
That version, no, but the film did, yeah.
Yeah, this version didn't.
No, that's a copy. That's the copy.
Oh, this is a knockoff.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Oh, basically that's a knockoff, innit?
Yeah. They
Right.
all were.
So what we're going to do now? We're going to get this tape here, and I don't know what's on this. I've not got a clue what's on this. Remember that one that was on my front room floor?
Yeah.
That was scraped up, it was all mangled.
Yeah.
Well, this one's that one, and I straightened it all out and wound it back on, and I don't even know if it's wound the right way around or upside down or inside out. All I know is it's a reel of tape.
Yeah.
And this. Are we going to be able to watch me make a twat of myself here?
Yeah.
What we'll do, we won't even try seeing what's on the fucker. All I'll do is I'll move out of the way there because we have to record. We have to bring it round this way, and then we have to lift it over. I'll tell you what, you know, I can understand why this never really took off immediately.
Yeah.
Or definitely because.
So it's a different tape threading process to record, is it?
Yeah, because you have to. Oh fuck me. Yeah, because you have to go over the erase head.
Yeah.
I think you can. Actually, I think there's a way around it. I think what you can do, it tells you to thread it for recording to go around here, but I think you can go. If I move this over here, yeah. Move this cat chair out of the way.
If I'll look.
Yeah, you hold the phone up there, and that way I can make myself look like a right dick. There we go. Now, if I've got to see what I'm doing here because I can't see which way the fucking tape's faced. That's it. Right, that's the right way.
Yeah.
I don't want to put the tape on twisted, and you can't see the back of the reel from here.
No.
And I'm making myself look like a right dickhead. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring it over the guide like you're doing playback. And the reason why I'm doing that is because it'd be fucking easier. And I'm going to bring it over the erase head there. Because you can do that. It tells you to do it the other way in the manual, but fuck the manual. Bring that down here. We're still going to go. Oh, no. No, we can't. It won't touch the erase head. Otherwise, it has to go that way. So if I bring that, Do you know something in the advert? Do you know what it says about these in the literature?
What?
It's as easy as putting on a record.
I suppose once you got used to the process, it probably is like, you know.
No, it ain't. Putting on a record is a lot easier. Trust me, I've put a record on before today, and I can verify that putting a record on is a lot easier than threading this damn thing. Although, I don't know which is which side which is it, the shiny side that goes to the pole piece? No, it ain't, is it? It's the dull side that goes to the pole piece. So I think the tape is the right way around.
Yeah.
Right, this is a shite tape, and I don't know what's going to happen. I ain't got a fucking clue what's going to happen here.
Yeah, well, shite tapes are a good idea because the first time you lay some deck after you worked on it, you know, you don't look at what's going to happen, so always bang a shite one on first.
Well, I know what's going to happen with this because I've worked on this, and I know it does work. We just played the tape,
Yeah.
haven't it?
I
don't know about the controller, though, because I sent my original controller to Phil in Doncaster. And I realised after I'd sent my controller, I hadn't tested this one for record. So I might have given him my good controller and left myself with a duff one. But I don't think I have.
No, you better.
So I'm going to lock that onto there like that.
Yeah.
Right, we're now move that out of the way. Yeah, we're now on erase.
Yeah.
Turn this radio back on.
Don't put that down.
Yeah, you put that down.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Turn this radio back on.
Let's see, put it on something, but people will be able to see better. So if you put it on that lot, for example.
Well, I want to keep an eye on the chat, don't I? I'll put that lot back up. No, hang on a minute. No, hang on. Put it on top of that box.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, how's that? That's better, isn't it?
Fine, that, yeah.
It's alright, that, so that's okay. How many watching? 7?
7, 2 likes, yeah.
Right, so what we need to do now, what we're going to do, we're going to just turn it on and see what the tape does.
Not very much.
Right, well, that's good. Because there's nothing there, is there? So we're alright.
Yeah.
Right, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to try and find a rather crackly radio station. I'm going to turn this on to record. Record the radio, record mic, we want record radio. And I'm going to now I'm not recording music. That's a bit crackly, that radio today. Put it on the maximum and get the better quality.
Yeah.
So Watford will have the throw, which Ngakia will get ready to take.
Right, enough on it.
Yeah.
Who got his pass all wrong, and it's out for a goal kick.
Surely, he has to see that Scar's in our side position. He's putting one out and start again, and I was surprised he took the so-called.
I don't know where that crackle's coming from.
A good game in the
Could be some interference.
Yeah, could be anything.
Games like this that will determine how Watford get on this season, and if you look at their upcoming fixtures after this, they're at home to Wolves, away to Norwich, and then at home to Newcastle in the Premier League. Those are the kind of games that will tell us a bit more about how they're going to fare this season. 100% is.
Right, what we'll do now, we'll disconnect that. And we will turn the volume down. And I will. What I'm going to do, I'm going to lift the tape over there. Because we don't want to erase what we just recorded, do we?
No.
You know. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to move this lever here. So to make sure, because that keeps the tape definitely hitting the erase head. That's brass. So what we'll do next, we'll hold the Gramdeck.
I take it, it's some rewind on it, does it? No.
Eh?
It doesn't have a rewind, I take it.
Yeah, it comes with a little handle you stick in the top. But as I'm only rewinding a little bit, I only need that.
Yeah.
I think that'll be enough, won't it?
Easy, yeah.
Right. I think our wires come out. That crackling was the radio.
Even though he had a good game in the good first half, second half he's tired and he's looked a bit
That was me turning it up and down.
Yeah.
How Watford get on this season, and if you look at their upcoming fixtures after this, they're at home to Wolves, away to Norwich, and then at home to Newcastle in the Premier League. Those
Actually, that is actually not bad, is it?
No, it's
they're
not.
going to fare this season.
100%.
Well, I didn't rewind that very much, did I?
One, two, three, four, five, five, four, three, two, one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's you.
I know, yeah, sorry.
That's you, Oracle.
I know, yeah.
Your tape recorder was fucked, by the way.
I know.
Yeah. Your tape recorder was knackered.
I know, is that Brunel, like saying,
You're irritable, you, aren't you? You don't get to find out what's there. You keep interrupting. Well, what I'm going to do,
Those are looking at that Brunel.
what I'm going to do, I'm going to put that in neutral.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to turn that off because it'll screech as it winds. And I'm going to wind the tape right back to the beginning. I'll tell you what, you know, this would have kept you healthy, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah.
You know, I mean, have we got anything on the chat, Steve? Is anybody...
Well, Harvey's been on, he said his mum's but a leaker later on.
Right,
5 likes, 5 people watching and 2 like, so.
right. I don't want to go too far with this, but...
No.
Right, well, I think at the end of the day, that's about right, because any more than that, we'll have no tape on the table.
Yeah.
And we did it at the maximum, didn't we? So,
Yeah.
there we go. That was me fucking about turning it up and down, wasn't it? It'll come nice and loud in a minute.
That's one thing, they don't have any from Magic Eye system, do they?
Hey, we're not dropped down there, have we?
Games like this that will
But there we
determine how Watford get on.
Had the volume down, didn't I?
And if you look at their upcoming fixtures,
Well, that's not bad, really, is it?
No, it's not, no.
away to Norwich and then at home to Newcastle in the Premier League. Those are the kind of games that will tell us a bit more about how they're going to fare this season. 100%.
But that's the Andrew Merrifield Gramdeck, folks. And to be perfectly honest, I'm going to rewind the tape. Right, hang on, it would help if I fucking put it in neutral, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I thought that was a bit tight. Hey, my mate Warby had an heart attack a couple of weeks ago. I only found out last night.
Is he okay?
Yeah. I bet, yeah, fucking, I nearly had one yesterday.
Why?
I went in Greenlees in Stockport. I wanted 2 pies and a drink. I wasn't going to eat the 2 pies. I was going to give Christine one for our lunch.
Yeah.
I was going to eat one myself and give Christine the other one. Probably throw a few chips with them. Anyway, do you know how much they wanted for 2 pies and a drink?
About £5.
£6.40 odd.
Ridiculous, isn't it?
I says, how much? She says £6.40 something it was. I said, you can fucking put them back. I said, listen, I says, and there was a bloke behind me. He says, hey, he said, there's no need for that. I said, yes, there is. I said, when Dick Turpin robbed people, he put a mask on.
You know,
Well-
one thing that gets me now, I mean, when you rang me this week about that thing, my dad was, he stood there, he was still on the phone, but he stood there with a letter, which I was opening, and, you know, it's he got into the phone and said, well, he had some bad language, didn't he? It gets me, you know, how people who go to church are more fundamental than people who don't, you know.
Well, this is it, you see. That's the problem, you see. People, you know, I bet your dad swears, doesn't he?
No, I just watch his porn on the internet. Anyway.
Well, he can't moan at me then, can he?
No, exactly.
He's sat there watching wanking material.
No.
Yeah, pass me that little tape there. Oh, hang on.
That one.
That one there.
Yeah.
Should we find out what's on this little fella?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
I've got a clue what's on this. I don't even know what it is. And I don't think it came from you, this, but I'm not sure. You know, anything is possible.
Yeah. Yeah, I gave you a load of those 5 and 6, didn't you?
Them ones there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gave some of them to Fred. Because he's got machines but had nothing to play them on. Had nothing to play on them.
Yes,
So I tossed him a pile of them. There's a load in the bedroom in a bag. Yeah, I'm going to put music on them at some point. You know, I will use them. I mean, you don't really need too many of them, though, do you? That's the thing about them. You know, you don't really need a great deal of them. Do you like that? Warren fucking what's his face?
Yeah, Alf Garnett, yeah.
Yeah.
He had it right, didn't
Who, Alf Garnett?
he? Yeah.
Yeah, he had it right. Yeah, it depends on which way you mean he had it right, but yeah.
Well, two bits of news today that don't sit
Well-
side up together all that well.
He had it right when it came to political correctness, didn't he?
Yeah.
You know, but but there again, it was written in the script, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You know, he did what he was told to do.
Yeah.
It was in the script. Hang on. A bit of a crackle on this machine, folks. It has to be said. Did you hear that?
Is that what it was?
Yeah, it's a bit of a crackle on this machine. I'm not fucking arsed about how the tape winds on. As long as it goes on straight, because it ain't going to be staying on there that long. So I'm not really bothered. Right, so now what I'll do now, I'll press that to there. Turn that so we can take up the tension, and it's dropped off the fucking capstan. It would, wouldn't it? There. It won't now. I want to just find out on this tape, that's all. No, my luck could be a load of copyrighted music, but fuck it, who gives a shit? Should we go for it?
Yeah.
Hey, I'll put in a load of swearing or heavy breathing.
Same track that porn on film, yeah.
Oh, it's my test tone, there's. Good test for Wild Flutter.
Yeah.
That's not bad, is it?
It's not, no. People they talk about Wild Flutter, but
That tone's pretty steady.
yeah.
That tone's pretty steady. I'm impressed. That's not bad.
No.
And it's the right speed. Yeah.
No,
But I think there's more on this. I can't remember now, though. But let's put it on 78. Oh, so that was me fucking about. I did the wet finger test when I did
yeah.
Andrew Oldham's tape recorder
Yeah.
to make sure it recorded, because I didn't have a fucking mic plug into
Talking
it.
tape recorders, I'll put that.
Let's turn that off for a minute.
I'll put that tape recorder aside. By the way, the Colorado one. I'll put other motors back in, set it up, and other problems would come to light. So
I need to undo the string on my pants, you know.
He said, looking away.
No, you don't have to look away. I'm not undoing my pants. The fucking string is biting into me. I feel like I'm fucking being eaten by me. I can't get to it. I have to do it after. Feel like I've been eaten by my own trousers.
Yeah.
I'll go and do it in a bit. Anyway, let's see what's happening here. Let's turn this round. Oh, did you hear that then?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because it's rattling on there. That one. It's one of them. Anyway, let's stop. Put that in neutral. Is there anything on there? Soul coaxing.
That's copyright, isn't it?
I don't give a fuck. Fuck 'em. Yeah, we've got some rattling somewhere. One of these reels.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. It's copyright. I'll just mute the fucker. But that sounded all right, didn't it? That was recorded on something. I can't remember what.
Was that a Sony?
No, it wasn't done on the Sony. It was done on one of them fucking. It was done on one of them fucking old reel to reels. But that's not bad.
No.
I mean, that's not bad. That really. I mean, I've heard worse. I fucking bought worse. I won't say I've sold worse. I never have, but I've,
No.
I've bought worse. I've actually bought worse.
Actually, there was one cassette recorder brought to America which didn't have capstan neither drive. They were dreadful.
Yeah, they were rim drive, weren't they?
Yeah.
There was a few reel to reels that were the same.
Yeah.
They were rim drive and they were crap.
Mostly Japanese.
Yeah, they were crap. But they were but that being said, they were never intended for music.
No.
They were intended as dictation devices. They were designed just to record the spoken word,
Yeah.
not the singing word. You know, and there is a difference. But at the end of the day, you know, let's catch up on the chat, see what's fucking happening.
No,
No, there's not, is there? I mean, where is everybody today? We've gone down to 5 people, look.
I know, yeah.
They've all fucked off. Mind you, I'm not staying live long anyway today. If they don't want to fucking sit there and watch me, fuck them. You know, they can go and watch Radio Cruncher. You know. So, Super 8 Rescue, he mainly messes about with Royal Navy veterans cine film stuff, yeah. Yeah, but, you know, there's not really a lot you can say about the Gramdeck, is there? I mean, you know, I've demonstrated it, we've recorded on it, we've played on it. You know, not really a lot we can do, is there?
No.
You know, we've been on for 42 minutes. Yeah, I bet they've all naffed off to watch Radio Cruncher. Kill another radio. Or another record player. Or another some device of some description. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
we mend, he kills.
yeah, we mend them. Yeah, he kills them, we mend them. Yeah. But when all said and done, yeah, to be honest with you, I think let's get the roller off that. To be honest, I think it's, for what that is, I think it's an ingenious device.
Very much so, yeah.
You know, for what it is, it's, you know, at the end of the day, it was...
I wish I'd been ready to try and pick up that record player. Was it going to say that Gramdeck record player?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we've got another person. At the end of the day... you probably wouldn't have got it anyway, because I think whoever's got that has somebody bidding on it. If they want, why don't they just put it what they want for it? Do you know why? Because nobody will pay it.
Well, there was
put a reserve on it.
There was Elizabethan bandbox knocking about on eBay recently for 250 quid. No way. They have wheels, I think, smaller than that one on there. Very small thing.
Yeah, a bit like a bit like the Lorenco Phillips ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got one in the loft with them.
Well, I got a nice little Phillips one, didn't I, with an Lorenco making it.
Yeah.
That I bought from Goldborn.
Mm.
And remember, I had to rebuild the rewind idler because it had turned into gunge,
Yeah, that Phillips
which is
set.
typical fucking Phillips.
I know.
It turned into gunge.
Mm.
So I had to rebuild the rewind idler and clean all the crap out of it. And the guy, I wouldn't mind, the guy who sold me that told me it was perfectly working. And he wanted 25 quid. I'm actually glad I knocked him a fiver, got it for 20. But I sold it, Fred's got that now. I sold that to Fred. Fred's got that, and I think I sold it to Fred for about 30 quid.
Yeah.
Something fucking daft like that. It wasn't a lot. I made a little bit, but not a great deal.
Yeah,
I think I made a tenner on it or something.
They came out in Phillips, Stella and Costa, didn't they? Because of course
Yeah.
at the time.
It was all the same shit, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Pretty much all the same stuff. Hey, we've got 9 people there now. You know, why is it when we've not got the Gramdeck on, they all come on? And when we had the Gramdeck on, they all pissed off.
Switch it on again.
No, I'm not going to switch it back on now. They've had a lot. They can watch the video from the beginning. When it gets uploaded, there are 7 people. Come on, keep going. 4 likes. Yeah. I mean, we're finished with it now anyway. So what I'll do, I'll show everybody the inside.
Yeah.
Because what I'll do, I'll turn this radio off, and I'll show and I'll disconnect the head, and I'll do that so that I can get round to here. And what I'll do now, I'll put the camera. Can you see me through the camera there?
Yes, I can. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Well, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you all, folks, what the Gramdeck looks like inside, and you know, there's not really a lot in there. You know, all we've got in there is what you see. There's not really a lot. I mean, this one's been rebuilt, and because it did have it was a bit noisy. This one, when I got this is not the one that came from Phil in Yorkshire, in Doncaster. I took the fucking battery out of one of my test meters. We'll disconnect that for a minute. They originally designed to take a PP9, but a PP3 will work and last.
It will now because of course.
Well, it would have done in a day because it doesn't take a lot. This.
No.
So you've got your bias coil here, and that's adjustable in case you get problems on AM, which could have been why the crackling was there. That could have even been it. But you know, the wires come off the coil here, and they're wired into the circuit.
Love Egg's here. Hello, Love Egg.
Hello, Love Egg. Yeah, I wonder why he calls himself Love Egg. I wonder if he loves eggs.
I don't know.
Anyway, I'm not going to pull this completely apart because I don't want to do that.
No.
There's another video of me rebuilding one of these. But basically, the other night I realised that I realised that I'd actually left 2 paper capacitors in. Yeah, and they drifted. So what did I replace them?
Yeah.
This one here, and there's one on the other side of the board. I replaced that. All that's in this really is 3 transistors, the active components. The passive components are just 3 transistors really.
Yeah.
You know, there's not really a lot here. I mean, the uninitiated could if you got the schematic, which I've got for this somewhere. If you got the schematic, you could actually build this.
Oh yeah.
You know, you could actually build it, Steve.
Yeah.
You know, you could build it from scratch, or even from components if you didn't have any scratch. But yeah, that's. I won't put the battery back in because not for now anyway.
Hello, good man. Says somebody called Brentware Adlib, is it?
I don't know, but that's basically. You know, that's basically all you've got in there. I mean, it was
very simple, but
very simple, but very, very effective. And his
mother was called Love Beads. Apparently, that's why.
Right.
LOL.
Right. Anyway, yeah, preamplifier control unit. wonder why they. I wonder why they. I was just gonna say. I wonder why they chose to make it shaped like a coffin. I've just realised it's the shape of that, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, forgive me, folks, for being thick. It comes naturally. But
I take it there's the voltage. Do you want that must go into the radio? Does it? Or
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, there's a line. I won't say a line in, but there's an input. There's a loudspeaker input, and it is a loudspeaker input. Not a line input. It won't work at line level. I've tried it. Doesn't work. And your output, your preamp output to your gram socket, which will probably work at probably be something like 3 volts for a cartridge. You know, probably be about the same as a 3-volt cartridge or a 2-volt cartridge or something. Probably be that kind of output that it needs to drive the radio. But you know, for what it is, let's turn this off because the motor's running, and there we are. I can hear it humming. But really, the controller really, it's just the bits of the tape recorder that you don't already get in the radio. That's all it is. You know, you're just getting the bits in that controller that wouldn't be present to make the tape play.
Yeah.
I think at the end of the day it was a good idea, and I think it's a good idea. I mean, if the Chinese made it, it'd be a terrible idea because it'd be made out of plastic last 5 minutes, and it wouldn't sound good.
Yeah.
A bit like Crosley record players or crappophones, as they're known as.
Crappophones.
Yeah, crappophones. Who was it who nicknamed them that? Fucking radio TV phone owner, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Crappophones. But he's right, they are the crap. You know, anybody who buys one of them deserves all they get, or all they don't get, rather.
I know, yeah.
But
I mean, I'm amazed how many people actually think they're good.
Well, people think they're good because people have never heard.
The real stereo.
A lot of people have never heard a really, really good quality stereo.
No.
So they think they're good. And, you know, they hear a record on them and they think that's how records actually sounded.
Well, these days, what they'll do, they go into the shop, they'll buy 25 quid for a modern LP, put it on that thing, which is similar to that thing there. I wonder why.
How dare you?
What? No, they actually morphosize those turntable makers, the metamorphose into the cross.
Oh no! Oh, how dare you?
What?
I find that rather insulting.
No.
Yeah, these are way better than a cross.
Yeah, no, yeah, they are.
Yeah, you know, there's nothing in common. Absolutely nothing. Oh, fancy saying that?
Well, basically,
should I hit him? Fancy saying that?
No, that mechanism went over to China, and was much as far as it will go in China. So.
Yeah, but this mechanism hasn't been used since the 70s.
I know, yeah.
You know, the mechanism the Chinese used was the last mechanism that was developed by BSR. And the very last ones that BSR made, they were made in Taiwan. And they were plastic. I mean, this is plastic, all fair enough, but you see, it has got a shaded pole DC motor, AC motor in it.
Oh, they don't know.
No. The DC motors, the belt drive, fucking cheap fucking plastic turntables that fucking blow off if you spin them too fast. I'll make sure you don't lose the circlip on them because they lift off to that light. I mean, this is plastic, admittedly, but you know, it's got some weight.
That's dead, actually, yeah.
Yeah, I would like actually to try the Gramdeck on a Crosley. I bet it wouldn't. I bet it wouldn't turn that Gramdeck.
Probably not.
I bet it wouldn't have enough torque to pull that
I've
Gramdeck
not
round.
got one to try it on.
No,
actually.
I haven't either, but I might make a point. If anybody's got one and they want to donate it, but whatever you do, don't expect much of it back.
Bonfire night is coming.
Yeah, we're getting closer to bonfire night. Yeah, but
The worst thing with the Crosleys, by the way, isn't that so much as stylus that goes on the end of them. Really, very, very cheap.
yeah, I know. So the cartridges are worth saving.
Yeah.
Because the knockoff of Chiadenchi cartridges, and they're actually not bad. Put a decent stylus in the
Got 10 in
cartridge.
now.
Right, but put the cartridge in a decent record player, and they're not really that bad. But the record players themselves, that's what lets them down. The amplifiers shit and the mechanisms crap. So that's what lets them down.
Yeah.
The mechanisms are just cheap.
But it was River used to call them crapper phones.
Oh, it was River wanting nicknamed them crapper phones. Yeah, River Huntington. He's dead him now, isn't he? I heard a rumour that River was dead. Yeah, because he hasn't put a video up for a while. Garrard 86, he's gone. That other one's died and all, hasn't he? What's his name? That Nick. What's his name? Nick Adams. Yeah, he's gone and all, hasn't he? Yeah, everybody's shuffling off. Hope I don't. I want to be live next week. What have we got for next week?
I don't know yet.
What could we? I might. I don't know. I might tackle the VZ3000 again because the belt's gone and the door won't open.
River had cancer apparently.
River did. Yeah, I know he did. I believe so. Yeah. So did 86. He had it as well. What I'm gonna do because that mechanism in my vertical is of a Sharp VZ3000 is a bit wound fluttery. I've got a complete mechanism there that I got from Love Egg. From was it Love Egg? Yeah, because he gave me the speakers as well, and they've got a complete mechanism. I might just chuck Love Egg's mechanism in because I believe it works. If you're there, Love Egg, can you confirm that? Because I'm sure I've got the mechanism, because I got the mechanism off you, didn't I? With the speakers. So, if you're there, can you confirm whether that player mechanism actually worked? Because if it did, I'm just going to chuck that in and have done with it. Because I noticed that on one of the gears, the intermediate gear, there's a tooth missing on the door gear, the intermediate door gear. But that happens on all of them. But mine's got a complete gear, so I will actually swap that over. But I might just use his mechanism and see what happens because assuming it works, I presume it does. Because all it's done since it came here is sat down there where it is now, and if I'm happy with it, I'll put my new styluses in it that I got. So you might end up doing that.
Wasn't from Love Egg.
Who was it from?
I don't know, but
Was it? No, it wasn't Love Egg. Who was it? Who was it? Who was it from? Oh, what's it? It was called Kevin. Kevin. It wasn't Kevin. 1970s. It wasn't him. It wasn't 70s Magic. It wasn't Love Egg. I'm trying to think who it was. Kevin Lovett. It was from Kevin Lovett.
He's not around today, is he?
No, it was from Kevin. It was from Kevin Lovett in Nottingham. Because the other Kevin who came pick his music centre up, he actually he called at Nottingham and picked him up for me, didn't he?
Yeah.
He very kindly called at Nottingham at Kevin's and picked him up. Yeah, Kevin Lovett came from. Yeah, it was Kevin. It wasn't Love Egg. No, it was Kevin Lovett. But I presume that the mechanism was working. Well, there's one way to find that out, isn't there?
Yeah.
There's one way to find that out, and that's to actually try it.
Yeah.
Let's see what's happening here. Yeah, let's see what's going on here. What's going on? My pants are eating me alive.
No comment.
No. Yeah. They call my underpants Loch Ness, Yeah, they call my underpants Loch Ness because I was a monster. Oh, pardon me. No, it wasn't Love Egg. I'm trying to think. We should all mention your channel in a minute on Radio Crunchy. Yeah, I think you should. Yeah, because that'll really piss him off. Yeah, I like River as well. He was all right, wasn't he? Yeah, he used to come out. He used to come out with. He used to come out with some really good one-liners and all, didn't he? Like once he was doing an Amstrad, and he said he changed the LED because the one that was in it was bright. It was as bright as a politician. He was fucking right, though, isn't he?
All those poor people who were killed in Afghanistan, of course, over 20 years, and giving it back to the Taliban now.
Well, this is it, you see.
About 40, 50 people. It could be alive now, but wasn't.
Well, I'm not going to discuss that on here.
No.
That's not the place. This is not the place to discuss that.
Yeah.
But I will say one thing. It's going to lead to a third world war. That is without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah, I'd say something else too, by the way. After it, when the first bomb goes off, the EMP effect, the valve stuff.
Oh, that'll all still work, won't it?
What the transistorized stuff.
Yeah. Well, I think the transistorized stuff might get away with it. It'll be the sort of bit of chips that'll suffer. Yeah, anything with a chip in it will die. Mainly computers. But valve radios, no, they'll still survive because they're a lot fucking harder, and the technology is different. Does the same thing, but it's different.
Yeah.
But that being said, I don't think there'll ever be an EMP strike. I don't think any like there'll never be a nuclear war. That's because nobody's that stupid.
I wouldn't say that.
I would be. The nuclear weapons. I'm not going to discuss this too much, but I will say this. Nuclear weapons were only held as a deterrent. Nobody had any intentions of ever using them. And that's a fact. And, because if anybody had intentions of using them, they would have done. And nobody ever used them. So the only atomic bombs that were ever set off in anger were on Japan. Which was on Nagasaki and Hiroshima. They're the only two atomic bombs that were ever set off in anger. The rest were all tests. But that's another matter. I don't want to go political. It's not that. That's not the idea of the channel.
No.
The idea of the channel is to discuss electronics and tell people about things like this lovely Gramdeck, which after today will probably go back in its box and not come out for another 10 years.
That's the way.
But yeah, that's the way, isn't it? But at least
you say, "Oh, I've got one of those."
Yeah, but at least I know it works, and I'm happy with the fact that it works, and at least it works, and it's just needs really all it needs is that main bearing doing. Yeah, you can even replace the heads in them as well. You can replace the heads in them because you undo that nut on the top there. Undo that nut on the top, and you take that out, and what it does, it opens the clamp up a little bit.
Would you say the thing is heavy, by the way, the deck itself?
Yeah?
That Gramdeck, would you say it was heavy?
Yeah, fairly. I don't know how much it weighs, but yeah. I wouldn't like.
I've just been asked in the chat, you see, that's why.
Yeah. I wouldn't like somebody to smack me around the side of the head with one.
That Gramdeck, yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't like to be smacked around the head with one. I would say they're fairly heavy. Yeah. They could put a drag on your turntable. In fact, I can't do it at this point. Well, I don't think I can do it at any point. But what I'd like to do is measure that. I'm going to try and work out a way of doing it. I'd like to be able to measure the turntable speed with I'd have to do it on video, on with the camcorder, because I'm using the phone at the moment. I'm using the phone at the moment to record. So I'd rather to do the live stream rather. What I'd like to do is measure the speed that the tape actually runs at. Because I can't measure the turn. Well, I could measure the turntable if I put something on here like a foam cube or something.
Yeah.
With no tape on it. But that wouldn't be an accurate measurement because you want it to have the tape being pulled through.
Yeah.
But I don't think, given that the tape sounds normal speed, I don't think it loses a great deal of momentum. I don't think the turntable, because this is a plastic turntable with a rubber idler.
Yeah.
And they grip like they grip pretty well. Plastic onto rubber, it grips pretty well. So it takes a bit to stop it. Takes a bit of force to stop it, so but yeah, I don't know how much the Gramdeck weighs. It'd be interesting actually, and I don't think it says in the specifications, but we can check that, can't we?
You got the book, haven't you?
I've got the handbook.
Yeah,
I've got the handbook, so we can actually have a look to see if it actually does give you the weight.
By the way, radio can start to 15 and they're all going to go and say hello on there.
Yeah, they're all going to fuck off the radio country. All going to say, give me a load of shit. Well, he's a cocksucker. Right. Those 5 people like it anyway.
Yeah.
Right, so let's have a look, because the specifications we want, don't we? Right. We want to see if it tells us about the weight of the actual machine. Right. Well, I told all the specifications last week, didn't I? Output is actually 0.25 volts RMS from CCIR test tape. That'll be from the fucking head, won't it? Level peaks up to 1 volt. Our peak level up to 1 volt RMS. So it can reach 1 volt.
Yeah.
Noise better than 3 millivolts RMS. I want to find how much it says, how much the thing weighs. But yeah, the radio input is 0.3 volts RMS. Yeah, you can use from 3 up to 15 ohms. But they reckon the lower the ohm impedance, the better. Torque. To start of a 5-inch reel, it's 120 gram.
You're going to do it.
100 per centimetre. Most record player motors can comfortably provide 250 to 300 gram per centimetre with no more than 1% speed change. Well, that's not bad. Well, open circuit voltage from EMI. Test.
Is the weight not on there?
No, the weight is not on here. The weight of the actual unit itself is not on here. I suppose they didn't expect people to really bother about that. But it tells you everything else. The head inductor. It'd be handy to measure the head inductance, wouldn't it? See if it's changed. Shouldn't have done. But, it could. Top track with 0.9 displaced 0.010 from tape edge. Yeah, the tape head inductance is 120 microhenries. The head impedance is 700 ohms at 1KC/S kilocycles, I presume I mean by that.
Yeah.
Erase head permanent magnet. But it doesn't say the weight. It tells you what you get with it. Standard accessories provided with the Gramdeck table are, with the tape table are, tape locating pillar with self-tapping screws and rubber grommet. 1 5-inch spool, that's what you got with 600 foot of tape on it, I think it was. Manual rewind handle, rewind weight, 2 spare felt washers. 2 spare felt washers. The control unit is supplied already fitted with its internal battery. So you've got a battery with it. So you could use it straight away, providing it wasn't sat on a shelf for 50 years. But but these instructions are catered for the technical person as well. The technical person in mind. There were simple instructions. And it shows you the different configurations here. It's it doesn't tell you the weight of the unit, unfortunately. But that's not a great issue. We know it's fairly heavy. I mean, that's a big piece of cast. That's a big piece of cast, and you've got this big fucking roller on here. Then you've got a fucking big reel of tape on it as well. So, I'll put that on there for now. But you've got a big reel of tape on it, a spool of tape on it, as well, a big tape reel on it as well. So, at the end of the day, it's going to be fairly heavy. And it would be interesting to know what the turntable would drop to with the tape actually running through. I'll have to try and devise a way of doing it without smashing the phone or without putting too much drag on it, where the results will be compromised.
How about a small sliver on the side of the turntable there? Measure it with and without the thing on.
Well, I know what the turntable does without the Gramdeck on.
Yeah.
It's about just over 45 RPM. So I already know that. Hey, we've got 6 people that like it. Yeah, we're going to go in a minute though, because Mildred's coming for me at 5.
Yeah, I'll stop here.
No, well, it wasn't you, Love Egg. No, it was what's his name. I'm trying to think. Trying to think who got that. It was Kevin Lovett who got that that sharp stuff off. Yeah, it was. Yeah, because the other Kevin, when he come to pick his music centre up, 70s Magic, I think he is. He called in. He very kindly swerved in the middle for me. But the Gramdeck looks heavy, is it? It is. Yeah, I would say so. Radio Cruncher on at 4:15. Yeah, it's probably fucking sobering up last week.
Yeah, please. I must say this to everybody: don't drink alcohol and looking like drinks at the same
time. You see, could you put a roll of tape or something similar? Hang on. This is 70s Magic. Could you put a roll of fuck me, it keeps disappearing. Could you put a roll of tape or something similar on the roller and put your phone on there? Yeah, I could. Roll of insulation tape, the same diameter. That's higher than the spools. Yeah, I could. That's probably what I'll probably end up doing. And then put the phone on it. But I'm not going to do it now because I'm using the phone to speak to you lot. And it would mean ending the stream to do that.
Saturday says, I missed the stream again. Well,
Well, this is it, you see. You have to watch it from the beginning, won't he? What was his name? Diarrhea?
Looks like it, yeah, but I'll have a look on there. Should be on there.
Diarrhea? You know how you spell diarrhea, don't you?
IUNS.
No, 2 farts and a splash. Diarrhea Saturday. I've missed the stream again, really. Right.
Which stream is that?
Don't know. Have I missed the stream again? He's asking. You have, yeah, because I'll be going in a minute. Because, what time is it, Steve?
4:22.
All right. Got a few minutes left.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not staying on as long as we normally do because I'm going to look at some disco quit equipment that I might be procuring.
Oh.
And I believe there's some karaoke stuff there. Come from a guy who snuffed it. Make his son bought a camper van. It was full of this stuff. No, I won't be coming back. Not tonight, but I will do another video showing what I've got. Probably tomorrow or something. Because that's if I bring any of it back. I mean, if it's crap, I won't bother with it. But yeah, you can watch it tonight. Diarrhea is not called diarrhea, surely. Diarrhea. Who would call themselves diarrhea?
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
By the way,
I've zoomed in now and I've gone and fucked up. There we go. That's it.
I've put the Colorado tape cross to a side. What the ball on the end. I picked up a Bosch VHS 61. Normally good sets. Normally, but I've got one that was in garage for goodness knows how long. So
yeah, I'm waiting for you to bring that Philips video recorder here. That C-Deck, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, because I could actually have some fun with that. Yeah, I could blow it up in front of everybody live.
No, wait a minute. That is the last working Charlie Deck.
Yeah, I know that, but it's not. It doesn't deserve to work, does it? It work crap. Even I wouldn't mend them. As soon as I saw the front, I just said, "Oh, don't do them." I walked off. Yeah. As soon as I saw that front, that Philips front, that was it. I walked off. Wouldn't do them. I looked at one once and I thought, never again. They were absolutely diabolical.
Yeah, well, mine works.
You mean it worked last time you used it? When was the last time you used it?
6 months ago, actually.
Oh, we'll probably be all right then. But yeah, changing the loading belt was a bastard. You had to strip the whole fucking thing down to do it.
It's Philips, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean they put no thought. It was. I mean, really, they weren't designed to be serviced. Them.
No.
You know, they were throwaway machines. I mean, they were like big razors, use once and throw away.
Be like women, yeah.
No, women are not like that. That's not fair. I mean, I don't have a problem with women. I like women. We'd be fucked without women. I mean, who would get to cook our tea?
Exactly, yeah.
No, seriously, I cook my own tea, but no, it'd be nice to have a woman about the place, actually. You know, to cook me dinner occasionally. It'd be nice to have a woman's touch around here. Could do with it.
The problem is that they learn to talk.
No. Well, they've got to be able to communicate somehow. I mean, you'd moan if they just sat there and grunted. You know. But when all said and done, no, I think, no, we need women. We need women. Of course we do. I don't have a problem with women. They make good pets.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
I don't have a problem with them. I like women. I think they're great. But a lot of if you go on Facebook and look down my list, there's more women friends than I've got men friends. Most of my friends on there are good. More than half of them are women. Yeah. No, not a problem with women. Women are brilliant. What do I do for that battery, by the way?
No, you're all right.
Are you sure?
Yeah, sure.
Right.
Fine,
yeah, well, yeah. I've still not sorted out I still need to sort out the Tone armrest for this little record player, yeah. I'm not going to sell this, I'm going to keep it. Because it's handy to chuck the Gramdeck on now and again. If I'd known I was going to chuck the Gramdeck on it, I wouldn't have bothered putting an arm or an amp in it, I just had the turntable. But what I might do, so I don't have to keep getting that fucking radio out or anything else, I might put a socket on it somewhere so I can plug the Gramdeck into it and use the amplifier that's in the record player. I might do that. I mean, why not? You know, just take a link off the cartridge, maybe put a switch on there so I can switch it over so I don't get interference. Might even put 2 sockets on so I can record records off onto the Gramdeck. Take one front speaker to another socket. You know, no problem. Yeah. But yeah, we've got 12 people looking in now. Yeah, let's look at them all. Is he there? I can't see. No, hang on. I can't see shit. I'm going to let them all have a look at Scraps. There he is. There, just hiding behind him. There he is.
Oh, Scraps.
Hello, son. There you go. Yeah, more people tend to come in when Scraps is on. Because, you know, he's the boss, really. Aren't you, son? Hey? Aren't you, lad? You're the boss. Yeah. Yeah. Right. I think I'm going to call it a day on this now. Because we've done what we wanted to do, haven't we? It was a Gramdeck video. We've done the Gramdeck. We've done a bit of recording on it. It does record.
Yeah.
When I first got this controller, though, Steve, it did have a bit of noise on it. But that was before I recapped it. And I changed those 2 capacitors the other night, so that could have helped it out.
Yeah.
Because they were out of value, not by a lot, but they were, you know, they were out of value. It should have been 0.05, and there was 0.02. So I changed them. It probably didn't make a great deal of difference, but you know, they put the values in for a reason. So, you know, but last time we used it, there was a bit of noise on it, but the one I've got for you, I don't know what that one's like, I can't remember. It does work. Yeah, it does work, but I can't remember what the quality is like. I know the switch is a bit, the switch doesn't click as nice as that one does. That's got a lovely click on it, the other one hasn't. Because it had been got at, you see. But I need to dig that out and really try it. But it does work. I have tried it because I put the bias coil in it. The retainers that hold the bias coil in, the little lugs were broke off. I think I had to glue. What I had to do, I had to glue a new piece onto the bottom of the bias coil so I could fit it, and then wire it up. Luckily, all the wires were there, and wire it up, so it does work. But I've not done out with it, like, because you know, because I didn't need to. I just got it working. And the lad who got it off, he sent me some transistors, so he sent me 3 spare transistors as well. And I can't find them. There is. I can't remember what they are. They'll be in the schematic what they are. Can't remember what they are, but little black things they are, but they look like they're rushed on the black. And they got like a little white pip at the bottom of them, where the legs come out. No, they're not OC71s. They're older than that. But they work.
I think the new market one did that, didn't they?
Yeah, I'll have to. I can't remember what the numbers were. We could be here all night, and I still wouldn't remember. How many people got watching now? 13. Yeah, that'll piss Radio Cruncher off. They all go on mentioning me. I'll piss him off because he fucking hates me. I mean, he says it all behind my back, but he wouldn't dare fucking knock on my door and say it. I'd punch the old bastard right in the fucking face. I don't give a shit, me. I don't like the fucker. Hey, we're up to 15 people now. We're ready for fucking off. Why did they all decide to come when we're going?
Because Scraps have been on, that's why.
Huh?
He's a real star.
They come to see scraps, don't they? Yeah. Anyway, folks, listen, this is the end of the live stream. We've shown you the Gramdeck running. I didn't record any music on it, obviously, because I've got nothing I could. And we will have a good one. We're going to go and look at that gear in a bit, see if it's worth. If you can't fit in the car and you want to come, you have to drive yourself.
No, it's okay.
Or you can even wait here and see what we bring back.
Yeah.
I don't mind you waiting here. I trust you. Yeah. Anyway, you all take it easy, folks, and have a good bank holiday. And I might come on live tomorrow with some of the stuff if I get any. I might not even want any of it. But if it's really old, it's got things like BSRs or Garrards, you know. I think there's a double deck there. If there is, I'll bring that back. But only if it's got BSRs or Garrards in it. If it's got cheap Crosley things in it, and cheap fucking last BSRs in it, and plastic things, I won't bother bringing it. They've been out in there for me. Yeah, we're down to 12 people again. Anyway, folks,
I'll just come out because.
All right. Right, you all take care, folks, and enjoy the rest of your bank holiday.
Yeah.
And I shall see thee probably tomorrow, but don't bank on it, but I'll do my best. Bye for now, folks.